Well, because many of you likes the videos I'm been posting on my channel on YouTube, which is CHEFFO versus Corona. Some of you has been asking me about how to make the bread, which one is the bread I like most, and I'm gonna share with all of you the recipe of the bread I normally do at home. It's a base recipe for bread that you can add ingredients after that, and there will be some steps that where you can add like chorizo, you can add spices, you can add any flavor that you like. So I hope that you enjoy as the rest of the videos I post on my channel. Thank you. On the table we have plain flour. We have 750 grams of plain flour. You can use strong flour, but I normally use this one. We have combined half a teaspoon of sugar and 2 teaspoons of salt. We will have to add 2 teaspoons of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, 450 grams of warm water, and my recipe states 25 grams of fresh yeast or 7 grams of dry yeast, but as I said to you in previous videos, I always have mother dough at home, so I'm using 120 grams of my mother dough. So let's start. First of all, what you have to do, if you have this machine, then you use it, but if not, then unfortunately you have to do by hand. So we will combine all the ingredients that we have. Using a hook, remember that the water needs to be warm, so it's helping to activate the proofing of the dough. And then just mix it until it's completely combined and you have a dough that is a little bit sticky still on the bowl. But I've been mixing the dough for about 5 minutes in the machine on a medium speed. If you do by hand, you have to do it by 10 minutes, as almost all the doughs for bread. As you can see, it's a little bit sticky. If I touch it with my hands, it's still sticky, sticks in my hand, on my fingers. But at this point, just gonna put in the center of the bowl some cling film. You can use a cloth if you have. I normally use cling film. And we're gonna leave it proofing for 30 minutes in a warm place. Well, the dough has been proofing for half an hour. Let's say 40 minutes. And let's double up the size, as you can see. So we're gonna brush the surface. We're gonna take it out from the bowl. table. And it's using a little bit of flour in your hands. We're just gonna knead it a little bit. And what we need to do at this moment is gonna be spread a little bit on the table and then just fold it. And the result that we have, we're gonna put in a, if you have a tin, use a tin like this one, the one for the cakes. If not, you can put it straight away onto a parchment paper. But the way I'm gonna cook it is gonna be on here. So I put a little bit more flour on it. Then I take the dough, as you can see, it's beautiful. Put it in the center. And then we're gonna cover it with cling film or just a cloth at this time. And we're gonna leave it rising for 30 more minutes. Once it's proofed enough, 30 minutes after, then we will score it on the top and then we will cook it in the oven. End of. But as you can see, the dough has doubled up after 30 minutes in a warm place. And that's why, this is why it's very important to have the right size of the tin, because the dough will take that volume. So if you want to do a bread which is going to be a little bit higher, you need a smaller one, smaller diameter of the tin. Oh well, we have this one. I'm gonna work with it. Now what we're gonna do is just score the top with a very sharp knife. You just need to make some cuts on the top. At the end of the day, this is like the signature of the baker, so you can do whatever you want. And just on the top, we're gonna add a little bit more flour to give that rustic style. And now we're gonna cook in the oven for 55 minutes at 220 degrees. What I would suggest to everyone is to put a tray with some water next to it. So you put the tray very hot in the oven, and then once you put this bread into the oven, then put water into the tray. So the tray will release all the steam that will help the bread to rise up and not to make a crust straight away. In my case, what I'm going to do is, if you have these kind of bowls, Pyrex or Pyrex, wherever it is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the top. So I'm not going to put the tray with the water, and this will allow all the moisture to stay inside and the bread will grow up in the right way. So let's see how it comes. And this is the bread. This is the final result. Look at this gorgeous thing. Amazing, eh? I hope that you have enjoyed this video, guys.